Hello, guess who it is? It's Ian Gibbs, and welcome back to my ability comparison series. You're probably wondering who this guy riding piggyback on my shoulders is. Long story, but I used Made in Heaven here to reset the universe for no particular reason. And I bumped into this Sasquatch during the process who I've apparently acquainted with. Anyways, if I haven't given it away by now, this ability comparison is about the highly requested Made in Heaven of AUT and Sakura stand. One of the few to be classified as a Heaven stand. What is the Heaven stand, you may ask? Simple. Get on their bad side, die. All part of God's plan. But as always, I judge each game on how visually appealing and fun to play their version of Made in Heaven is for a collective score out of 10. And if you don't agree with that, well, it's nothing a universe reset will fix. In fact, I'll make a new universe where you're subscribed to my channel and watch all my other videos. But right now, let's start off with a universal time. And that's AUT's Made in Heaven. Now these are the modeling efforts I've come to expect from these developers. This stand model is absolutely perfect, from the muscle definition to the intricacy of its steed. Why AUT skipped down the first two Pucci stand models is beyond me. Well, like mentioned before, they had the afterthought to make their updated models into skins. So this is either a glorified act of favoritism, or the developers are just too lazy to integrate these as base models. Luckily, I don't have to worry about that for this base model. Me likey. Also, off topic, notice how Made in Heaven is virtually smaller than all the other stands in AUT? It's like what they say after all. It's not tiny, it's average size. I'll see myself out. Even if the stand model was an issue, it would definitely be overshadowed by how godly Made in Heaven's moves look. For an ability that can easily be rushed with dash attacks, the AUT developers went above and beyond with this stand's time accelerating capabilities. I mean, look at this move. Tell me they didn't put effort into this moveset. Now, Universe Reset isn't included here, which is definitely a downer, but according to the developers, upon release, they replaced it with the Divine Judgment beatdown, which is admittedly pretty sick. Also, in typical AUT fashion, they worked in time acceleration very differently from all other Roblox JoJo games. A universal twist, if you will. See, you can use up some of your meter to fill up these clocks here that accelerates time. Completely different from just a singular mode that lasts for a fixed duration. They managed to make time acceleration PvP practical in such a genius way that it makes me salivate over how creative it is. Okay, I gotta stop. It's not always about the looks. So what's Made in Heaven's playstyle? Of course, you got some projectiles and a counter move, pretty good start. Stand on is definitely more of a heavy hitter, situational, but you're gonna get some good damage. Stand off is where things get juicy. It has an easy bread and butter combo that is possible with these moves as quick startups and long traveling distances. But it gets better. I haven't even messed with time acceleration yet. It's practically just guaranteed combo strings at that point. Then there's the glorified version of time acceleration if you're feeling extra evil. All in all, Made in Heaven in AUT is the epitome of what this game does right with its abilities, and it gets a 10 out of 10. Alright, next up. Made in Heaven! 未来のためだ。思い知れ。決着はここで終わりだ。私を押し上げろ。お前に命令する。崩れ落ちる自分の貧弱さを思い知れ。見て遅れたようだな。天国の時はついに来た。
逃げられると思うのか。神のご意志だ。だがいいか、お前たちには計り知れないことだろうが、最後に一つ言っておく。時は加速する。決着はつける。
And that's Sakura Stand's Made in Heaven. You know, I've always been pleased with the older stand models of this game, even though they look like if AUT's models went back a couple console generations. Pretty solid model, but it's indeed bigger than AUT's model. It's over, lads. As for the moves, yeah, I'm looking at a literal mosquito right now. It's almost nothing but dash attacks, dudes and dudettes. Now, is it accurate to what Made in Heaven mainly did in the source material? Well, sure, but did you see what this thing is going against? On the plus side, its counter move has a cinematic, and the visual effects of the dashes are swell, to say the least. Not to mention, there's a universe reset, which is kind of bare bones in my opinion. It actually used to dissolve the entire map before the big ascension. Very unique from other universe resets. But it also increased your device's chances of exploding into the next Chernobyl, so I guess it was for the best that it was removed. It's also paired with a time acceleration that you have to wait 15 whole minutes before using. The gimmick of all gimmicks.
The epitome of logic.
Perfect segue into talking about Made in Heaven's utility, though. Now, this moveset is an enigma. For starters, half of Made in Heaven's moves are target-based variant moves. Interpret that how you will. Secondly, the rest of its moves are overwhelmingly high range in the game of close-range combat. Like mentioned before, Sakura Stand is like this to promote combo strings, which Made in Heaven is still capable of, funnily enough.
The epitome of logic.
But the overall janky nature of its targeting and mile-long moves really makes Made in Heaven a very big brain ability. Especially since 75% of its moves can be blocked and parried, but that's where the heavy-hitting dash attacks come in. So in a strange twist of fate, AUT's Sakura Stand have switched meta philosophies, where AUT's Made in Heaven has combo potential, while Sakura Stand's Made in Heaven is almost entirely situational. Also, don't even get me started on time acceleration. It's nothing but a gimmick, and you actually go so fast that your character can literally slip.
The epitome of logic.
So Sakura Stand's Made in Heaven is fairly average in the visual department, but its playstyle is peculiar enough to raise its score to an 8.5 out of 10. But that still means AUT has a definitive Made in Heaven.
You playing Minecraft. I like your cut, G.